gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. I've had some lots of requests today of lots of different things. So we're going to cover all different parts of the body. And we're going to start like we always do, in a seated position with a breathing exercise. But I'm going to do a different breathing exercise today. It's called Nadi Shodana. And Nadi Shodana is Mummy's favourite breathing exercise. I think it's amazing. It's great for anxiety. It's good if you're going to have, to do say like for a presentation or just before bed at night if you're having trouble sleeping. In the morning to calm and balance that yourself out. So basically, it's called alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodana. Now, I'm going to guide you through it. We're going to do it 5 times. And all you need is one hand free. So you can have one arm around baby and the other hand free. And just while I've got my hands free, what you do is you put your right thumb, hover it over your right nostril. 2 fingers come together. And your ring finger hovers over your left nostril. Okay, so that's the steps. And then we'll have baby here. Now, fear not. If baby's kicking off and you need both arms free, not a problem. Just do your 10, do your breathing. Just follow me as inhale and exhale. So, hello, Bubba. Hello, Bubba. We're in stripes today. So, and he's also a bit, yeah, he's a bit like that today. But never mind. Let's see if the breathing calms him down. So placing your hand in front of you, placing that right thumb over the right nostril, left finger over the left nostril. Here we go. We're going to take a nice breath in through both nostrils to clear the airways. And then exhale, sigh out. On the next inhale, we're going to close the right nostril with the thumb. Take an inhale. Then close the left nostril with the ring finger. Open up the right nostril. Exhale. Inhale through the right. Close right. Open left. Exhale. So that's 1 round of Nadi Shodana. We're going to do 4 more. Inhale through left. Close left, open right, exhale. Inhale through right. Close right, open left, exhale. 3 more. Inhale through left. Close left, open right, and exhale. Inhale through right. Close right, open left, exhale. Inhale through left, sit up nice and tall. Close left, open right, exhale, relax through the thighs. Inhale through right. Close right, open left, exhale, relax through the jaw. Last one. Inhale through left. Close left, open right, exhale. Inhale through right. Close right, open left, exhale, relax through those shoulders. Gently release the hand. You can either bring it to your knee or round baby. And from here, just take a moment to just notice if you have relaxed. You relaxed through the whole of the breathing, and now it's decided to have a kick-off. So from here, we're just going to start to take a few neck rolls. If you can keep the eyes closed, you can, but using that breath, putting a nice breath in. And exhale, rotating the neck. So with Nadi Shodana, or alternate nostril breathing, you can start with just 5 breaths like we did. You can build it up to 5 minutes, or you could build it up to a meditation of 25 minutes if you wanted to. Let's just take one more circle in this direction with the neck, nice and gentle. Use that breath that we've started to build up through the practice, and then start to take it in the opposite direction. And Nadi Shodana, alternate nostril breathing, really starts to balance the left and the right side of the body. So you'll probably notice that one nostril was probably more open than the other. And it's it's a really nice way to just focus the mind because you're using that movement from one side to the other using the fingers. Take one more breath here with your neck rolls. And then nice and gently, keeping baby in the lap, we're going to do some little hip circles. So starting to come forwards and then take it back. So coming forwards, hello, mwah, giving baby a little kiss on the way forwards and then going back. Now, mwah, you just want to stand up and walk all the time at the moment. You do. So let's get you to walk up. And then taking it 3 times in one direction, 3 times, mwah, in the other direction, giving baby a little kiss as you come back. So just relaxing through those hips. Yeah. Oh, oh. And then gently coming back to center. So just gently warming up the hips. Placing baby either seated in the lap, if that's still good. We're just going to take some nice stretches. Now, if you want to place baby down, you can. It depends on how tight your shoulders and your neck are. If you want, you can just take right ear to right elbow. Or if you want to get a deeper stretch, I'm just going to place you down here a second. There we go. If you want to get a deeper stretch, you can interlace the hands and take them up over the head. So it really depends on how tight your neck and shoulders are. You can just take a nice, gentle stretch, using the hand to the top of the head, the hand to the mat, or can have one arm around baby. Maybe you can just take it to the side. Or if they're really tight, place baby down, interlace the arms, and then reach up above your head. Of course, if your baby is gorgeously sitting up nice and straight like Becky's, amazing, then you're all hands free, we're all jealous. And then from here, as you exhale, just really start to cactus the arms, open it up, take a nice deep stretch, really feel it through the back. And then once again, inhale, interlace, exhale, push through. Inhale, reach up nice and tall, and then exhale, cactus the arms all the way down, keeping that eye contact with baby. Let's do one more. Interlace those hands, pushing the arms forward as we exhale. Inhale, reaching up nice and tall, and exhale, cactusing the arms. From here, we're gently going to come onto all fours and do more on our hips because we just warm them up a little bit. So facing all fours towards our baby. Hello, Grumpy Chops. Hello, Grumpy Chops. We're going to just do some hip movements. So from here, we're going to inhale, exhale, take the knee out to the side, and then lower down on the exhale. Inhale, exhale, lift. Ooh. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, lift. 2 more. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lift. Final one. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, lift. Taking it to the other side. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. 3 more. Inhale to center. Exhale, lift. Inhale to center. And exhale, lift. Finally, darling, what is going on today? We're going to try, and if you are having a bit of a meltdown, baby, we're going to come into butterfly position. So come to seated. So the soles of the feet can be together, or what I quite like is to bring the feet alongside the baby. And then from here, we're going to take baby's legs and finding that solar plexus point. So that's the bit on the foot, just at the bottom. And just give it a little press. Give it a little press. And from here, we're going to do row, row, row the boat. So make sure that your knees are out to the side, feet together if you want to, or just bringing the legs alongside the baby. And we're going to do row, row, row the boat. Here we go. So we take the legs in and the legs out. So row, row, row the boat, gently downstream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Ah, you like that? Here we go. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Rock the boat. Keep the knees into the chest. Rock, rock, rock your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Bring the feet together. Clap, clap, clap your feet gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Let's do that once more. This time, if you want, you can bring those feet together if you've got room. Just making that a bit of a deeper stretch into the hips. Okay, so relax through the thighs. Take a nice breath in and focus on your posture this time. So if you've noticed that you naturally rounded, see if you can sit up a bit more. Here we go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Keep the knees in. Rock, rock, rock your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Bring those feet together. Clap, clap, clap your feet gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And then if your baby is starting to learn to roll, then you can just rock those hips from side to side, which helps them identify that action of rolling the hips to get you from your front to your back, especially if your baby is like Theo and hates tummy time, don't you? You do. So from here, we're going to just continue with the hips. Once again, notice if you started to round through that back. See if you can bring yourself up and align that spine and use the hips to bring you forward rather than that obvious hunching, which we do so much as new moms. And that's when it all then starts to impact the shoulders and the hips. So from here, we're going to take a child's pose, but with a little difference. So often with child's pose, we take the forehead to the mat. We're not going to do that here. We're going to keep eye contact with baby. We're going to have the knees wide. The feet are not going to be together. The feet are still going to have a bit of a distance apart. And we're going to bring ourselves onto our forearms, but sitting back into the hips. So rather taking the bum straight to the heels, we're just going to allow ourselves to hold ourselves up. And maybe at this point you can pull some faces to baby. Maybe you can tickle. Maybe you can take hold of their arms. But the idea is that we're just working into the backs of the hips and the pelvis. Notice if you're starting to sort of round through the back, so starting to sort of arch the back. See if you can keep that straight, a nice neutral spine as you take the hips back. And you want to feel that stretch along the legs. You want to feel it in the hips. And if it feels uncomfortable, use that breath. And if you want to, you can take what I call like a little rock from side to side, just exploring that hip range. Lots of kisses for you. This little one's going through his teething at the moment, so he's having a right little grumpy bump today. But just start to work into those hips, use that breath, and then notice that back. Are you starting to round it again? Are you hunching up through the shoulders? We're going to make our way into downward facing dog, but we do have a happy baby today, even if you aren't. So by here, just bring the hands either side of your baby. We're going to come into a down dog and tuck the toes under, and lift all the way up. Now with our down dog, as always, this is a real stretch down the back of the legs. If it feels nice, you can just bounce up and down, working to get those heels on the floor. Maybe you want to bend one leg, oh gosh, and then the other, really feeling that stretch down the back of the leg, and realizing that a ponytail is a great way for baby to want to grab onto it. Yes you do. So breathing in, breathing out. We're going to continue stretching through the pelvic area, now into the psoas muscles at the front. So inhale, take that right leg up into the air. Exhale, bring the foot alongside baby. Can I take my hair back now, please? Thanks, darling. And from here, we're going to come into a low lunge. So just allow yourself to work into the psoas muscle here. It can get super tight and start to restrict that movement. Now with here, lots of options, depending on how heavy your baby is. If you want, you can leave baby on the mat, keeping that eye contact, and take some eagle arms, where you take the arms out in front, cross them over, and come into a bind, okay? If you want to pick up your baby and get a bit of an arm stretch, then you can pick the baby up, whee, and place them, once again, always wanting to stand, sitting on your front knee, okay? So totally up to you. But wherever you are, you want to just be sinking forwards, okay? Breathing in, breathing out. Yeah, this is fun. Breathing in, and breathing out. Now we are going to transition into a high lunge. So make sure those legs are nice and strong. We're going to tuck the back toe under, and if you're not sure, you're a bit unsure, this is where you can take the baby down to the floor. So tucking that back toe under, we're gently going to magnetize the legs together and lift ourselves up into our high lunge. Nice and strong. Really feeling it through the legs. So one of them was that our request is that our legs are getting weaker. So use those glutes, and then from here we're going to gently lower that back knee down. Whoa, this is a workout fear with you on my knee. And then inhale, push back up to our high lunge. Yeah. Take it down onto the mat for 2. Lifting back up again. Yeah. Taking it down for 3. So if you are doing it with your baby, that's a big workout with the weight. Lift up to high lunge. Taking it down for 4. Lifting it back up. Feeling it through the glutes as we go down for our 5th one. And then from here, coming all the way up. This time you can bring your baby as we come into a warrior 2. So we're going to place you on. We're going to lift you up. And we're going to come into a warrior 2. Now, from here, if you want, you can bring baby into a brace pose. Hand between the legs, arm across the body. And with our warrior 2, the front foot is facing forward, the back foot is 45 degrees, grounding down through the blade of the back foot. And with every exhale, sinking that little bit lower. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, you can stay in your brace pose, or swapping into a lift. We're going to lift you up for 3, getting a real workout into the arms. Breathing in for 2. Oh, here we go. 4. 5. And then leaving on our front leg. So you're getting a bit of an arm stretch and a bit of a leg workout. And then gently we're going to come back down to the floor for our pyramid pose. So place baby down and coming into our pyramid pose, keeping eye contact with baby. You want both feet facing forwards. Maybe take a toy or something to entertain baby. So both feet are facing forward, hips are facing forward, and you bend forwards. So you're going to work again, once again, through the back of the legs, breathing in and breathing out. Ground down through both heels. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to sing a little song here. Ba ba black sheep. Yes, you like this one. Here we go. Ba ba black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master and 1 for the dame, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Once more. Ba ba black sheep, have you any wool? Feel that stretch? Yes sir, 3 bags full. Ground through the heels as we sing the song. And 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Nice work. Gently from here, we're going to place our hands either side of baby, coming back into our down dog to take it to the opposite side. So you know your range now. You know what baby's mood is for today. So bring ourselves into our downward facing dog. From here, we're going to inhale, take the left leg up into the air, and exhale, bring it alongside baby. Back knee goes down for our low lunge. Breathing in and breathing out. So push down into the hip, open up the psoas muscle on the right hand side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe you can take hold of baby's legs. Give them a little rock from side to side. As you exhale, taking them that little bit deeper. Once again, option if you want to take eagle arms or lifting baby up, placing them on that front knee to get a little bit more of an arm workout as well. Yeah. And always getting that special button on their foot, the solar plexus, where you just press that button. So we're going to come into our high to low lunge lift. Once again, option to place baby on the knee, depending on how heavy or what sort of mood baby's in. If not, tuck the back toes under, magnetize the legs together, keep in eye contact with baby. We're gently going to lift all the way up. Oh yes, feel that on the glutes. So make sure those hips are nice and square, really squeezing everything to that center line. And then exhale, lower down the knee and lift back up again. We're going to go for 4 more. Lower down, lifting up, lowering down, lifting up, lowering down for 2, and lowering down for 1. Nice. Coming back up again, we're going to come into our warrior 2. So option to pick baby up, and we're going to do our brace pose on the opposite side. So this time left foot forward, option to bring them into the brace pose, back foot 45 degrees, grounding down through the blade of the back foot. So option to bring them and sit them on that front knee. I know your teeth hurt, sweet pea. If you want to go there, you can lift the heel of the front foot. From there, if you want, you can always lift up baby for an arm workout. For 5. Woo. For 4. Like Simba style. For 3. Woo. For 2. You love this, don't you, little monkey? And for 1. Nice work. From here, we're gently kind of come into our pyramid pose for our final side. So gently placing baby back down. Whee! Boom. Bring that back leg in a little bit. So it's 2/3 of a leg distance. Both feet are facing forwards, hands on the hips. Keep that focus on the integrity of the spine. So both hips facing forwards. Inhale up. Exhale, come all the way down and start to do some twinkle twinkle hands over baby. So we're going to do Polly put the kettle on because mama needs a cup of tea. So after 3. Polly put the kettle on, Polly put the kettle on, Polly put the kettle on, we'll all have tea. Susie, take it off again, Susie, take it off again, Susie, take it off again. Mommy wants coffee. Let's do that one more, but this time Mommy wants a glass of wine. Polly put the kettle on, Polly put the kettle on, Polly put the kettle on, we'll all have tea. Feel that stretch through the back of the legs. Susie, take it off again, Susie, take it off again, Susie, take it off again. Mommy wants a glass of wine. It's my favourite version. So nice and gently from here, bring your hands to your hips and then inhale, engage your core, ground through the feet and come all the way up. So working on the legs still and the hips. We're going to come into goddess pose. Option to bring the baby into brace position as we do this, or leave them on the mat if that's what they want to do. So lifting you up, 1, 2, 3, whee, brace position. Toes go out, heels go in. Exhale, ground down. Becky's little one is so well behaved, just looking up at mummy. As we exhale, start to sink a bit lower. Now you might want to pulse, and pulsing really starts to work the glutes and the thighs, so you'll feel it burning. Make sure that you are engaging your pelvic floor, so squeezing bum and stopping yourself from peeing. If you want to really drive it home, you can come up onto your tiptoes so that the heels are lifted. If at any point you need to come up, you simply place the heels down, straighten the legs up, Take a breath here, and on the exhale, sink back down. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. This is horrible, I know. But use that breath, and if at any point you need to, straighten the legs. Take a breath. Exhale, bring it back in. So this is quite a nice one to do. It really strengthens those glutes that get super soft during pregnancy with all that relaxing in the body. It really starts to trigger the thighs, the inside and the outside thighs. Really working them. Let's go, we've got this. For 3. Starting to just do a little rock from side to side to work through the legs. Breathing for 2, you've got this. Especially if you're holding baby at the same time. Breathing in for 1. Nice work. Slowly push up through the legs. Take a little breather. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to go for 1 more. Okay, we're really going to work those thighs. And then it's nice and gentle. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, gently come down. You'll feel it more this time. So once again, maybe you want to start with the pulsing. Maybe you want to continue pulsing. Maybe you want to come onto the heels. Maybe you're looking at me going, Gemma, I really hate this right now. It's really burning. I hate it. Stick with it. Maybe you want to do a little sway from side to side if that's what feels good. But bring yourself back to that alignment. Have you started to tick what I call a Kardashian bum? Have you started to stick the tush out and round through the back? We want to round down, engage the tailbone so it's down towards the floor. Breathing in for 2. And breathing in for 1. Nice work, everybody. Straighten those legs. Give them a little shake out. And we're going to take it to the wall. So you can bring baby back down onto the mat for this one. Whee! Belong. From here, we're just going to take a little crescent move. Now with this one, often what we do is we stand on the mat, we take the arms into the air, and we take it over to the side. I want us to really focus on our posture here. So take yourself just towards a wall. Keep eye contact with baby. You want to bring your heels about 2 inches away from the wall. And then from here, you want to make sure that your bum, your shoulders, and the back of your skull are touching the wall. And you can do little waves to baby if they're worried where you are. Now from here, you're going to take the arms up into the air, and you want your wrists to also touch the wall. So it's the wrists, the back of the skull, the shoulders, the bum, and the heels are about 2 inches away from the wall. And this is your alignment, which often might feel different from when we stand away from the wall. As we inhale, reach the arms up, and then as we exhale, just take them over to one side. So keeping that alignment nice and strong. Breathing in, so they're reaching up, and then gently moving over, ground down through the heels of the foot. Breathing in for 2. Hello, Bubba. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Breathing in. Last breath. And then gently come back to center. Take it to the opposite side. Change your grip of the wrists. Inhale up. Make sure you've got that alignment. Skull, wrists, bum to the wall. And then slowly take it over. And the nice thing about doing it up against the wall is when we're standing, it's so easy to not engage the legs. It's so easy to not have that straightness through the body. Really feel it through the shoulders. Take 1 more breath here. Reach up as high as you can. Exhale, coming back to center and release. Now coming back over baby, taking a wide leg forward fold. Toes in, heels out, hands to the hips. Now remember, we want to keep the integrity in the spine, so a nice straight back, and we're going to hinge from the hips. So inhale, prepare, open up the chest, open up the shoulders, elbows back together. If you want, you can interlace the hands behind the back and get it a bit open more, if that feels really tight and feels good. As we exhale, we're going to forward fold. Hello. And blow kisses to baby. Now, option here, you can let your head go nice and heavy. If you've got a ponytail, baby can grab it and have a play. So if you want, you can stay in your wide leg forward fold and just rock the shoulders from left to right if you've got yourself into that interlace behind the back. Maybe you prefer to take the hands down onto the floor, one hand on baby, and then what I call windmill arms. So from here, inhale the right arm up into the air. As we exhale, we take it down and switch sides. Now you'll know what feels tight in you today. So if it's the hips, I suggest doing the windmill arms. If it's the shoulders, I suggest interlacing the hands behind the back and opening up. Now what we're going to add to this is we're then going to do what I call little hip slides. So breathing in, breathing out. Let's do 5 more each side. So breathe in for 5. Switching sides if you're doing your windmill. Otherwise, if you're interlacing your arms behind the back, let the head be heavy. And then allow the shoulders to know that they can move and be free. Yeah. For 3. Tickle, tickle, tickle. For 2. Hello, Bubba. For 1. Now this time, bring both hands down. You can hold baby's hands if you want to. Want you to ground down through the heels. I want you to hinge from the hips. I'd like to get a nice straight back. Now the importance here is to have that integrity in the spine. So it's not about getting the hands down to the mat or anything like that. It's about keeping that hinge. And then from here, we're going to do a little hip slide. So moving the hips from left to right. Bending one knee a little bit. Just getting that little movement. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. We're going to move from our wide leg forward fold, so you should feel that through the hips and the backs of the legs. We're going to come into Malasana or Yogi squat. So this time, we're just going to bring the heels so that they're in, toes out this time. Nice and wide. And then slowly take the bum down. So you want to make sure that your heels are on the mat. If your heels are not on the mat, take your stance a little bit wider. So from here, I'm going to grab my little toy. Here you go, baby. There you go. Bring them wide so that the heels are down, feet are out, hands to heart center if you can. Or, once again, using that rattle to entertain baby. Yeah. Now push the hands to the heart center if that's where you are, or using your toy to entertain baby. Breathing in, breathing out. So I'm just going to move to change. You can see the integrity in my spine. We do not want to hunch like this. So notice if you're hunching like I am now, push the elbows into the knees, push the hands together, raise up through the shoulders, raise up through the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in for 3, for 2, and for 1. Forever just wants to be standing up. Love it. So from here, you once again feel it through the pelvis, through the hips. And it's a really nice opener when we've got particularly tight hips. So just use that breath. And if you need to, you can take a block underneath the bum or a cushion to sit down on. But most importantly, you want to keep that nice straight back, grounding down through the heels. Nice and gently, if you can, you're going to lower the bum down onto the mat and take the legs into a wide leg forward fold. Now, if like Becca's baby, they're sitting up by themselves, you can have them facing you. If not, you can take them, hello, oh, he's in his favourite position. So from here, legs out nice and wide. Now, be mindful that you might still have relaxin, that hormone that relaxes all the muscles in your body. So don't necessarily take those legs too far, bring them in a little bit, okay? And then from here, we're going to do our little gentle rock from side to side. So we're going to go forwards, and then we're going to go back. So baby can go forwards, and then they can go back. And I want you to make sure that your toes are up towards the ceiling. Just working into the hips. So going forwards and back, a bit like row, row, row the boat. Breathing in and breathing out. Now if it feels good, you can start to do some hip circles, taking it forward, coming round. And once again, baby can start to whee, be rolling around just like mommy. Woo! Breathing in, breathing out. Option here, you could lie your baby down in front of you if you'd like to take a little stretch from one side to the other. So think once again about that integrity of the spine, sitting up straight, ground down through the heels. Lots of things to do in our wide leg forward fold. If you put the baby lying down on the mat, hinge from the hip, don't round through that back. So stick the chest out and then lean forward with the chin as you lean over baby. Theo's decided he wants to start playing with his feet, so I'm going to do a little side stretch coming over to the side. Feeling the stretch through the side body instead. Breathing in and breathing out. So lots of options here depending on how your baby, what mood they're in. You can place them on the floor and do a forward fold, keeping that straight back, or do a little side fold to one side and then coming back to center, taking it over to the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Obviously, if your baby is sitting up all by themselves, you could option to take that opposite hand and lean over towards your foot. So getting that extra stretch along the arm. Breathing in and breathing out. So Theo's in that bit where he's starting to sit up by himself, but he hasn't got it all there. So I can use one hand to support him as he rocks forward and back so he doesn't hurt himself. And then I can take the other hand as I reach out for my foot and taking that stretch over to the side. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Thanks, sweetheart. As always, we always have some catastrophe with Theo. So a nice little milk depositing on me. Gently come back to center. Now, you can lie your baby down on the floor. Whee! And we're going to take gate pose. Okay, so from here, we're going to move ourselves back so we've got room. We're going to bend our one knee into the center. Now, if you don't like gate pose, you can just continue with a nice stretch to the side and doing twinkle, twinkle hands to baby. Otherwise, we're going to take our right hand out, right leg is bent. Inhale, lift up into the air and stretch over. Hips nice and high. Breathing in for 3. Breathing in for 2. And breathing in for 1. Reach up and then gently swooping down, bringing fingers over baby. Lots of magic dust. But for Theo today, he's not doing anything, is it, sweetheart? Bringing that left knee bent in. We'll take gate pose to the opposite side. Take an inhale here, exhale, lifting and swooping up into the air. Lift the hips high. Squeeze the glutes, ground down through the blade of the outside foot. Yeah, what's mummy doing? Breathing in, relax the head and the shoulder away from each other. Notice if you're scrunching up. For 3. Breathing in for 2. Breathing in for 1. Gently taking it all the way down and magic fingers all the way back. So from here, we're going to come into happy baby pose. So you can start by just taking baby into happy baby pose, bending their knees, keeping your wide leg position for the moment, and just rocking them from left to right. Breathing in, breathing out. Once again, just getting that nice little stretch through the hips, following gate pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Then we're going to do our own version of happy baby, okay? So we know what's happening here. We're going to take the outside edges of our feet, we're going to lie on our back, we're going to ground our feet down so that our knees go towards our armpits, okay? This is like your Tinder profile picture, as I always say. So, yeah, you love this one, don't you? So from here, gently just leave baby. If they do, they might just start playing in their happy baby pose because you've already introduced it to them. Otherwise, joining them in happy baby pose, coming to lie on your back, nice and gentle. Bringing the knees, the feet up, taking the outside edges of the feet, so you can bring the feet together to take hold of them, and then slowly bringing those heels over the knees. So Theo and I are now simultaneously doing our happy baby pose. Very proud moment. Like synchronized swimming. Yay! Now with happy baby pose, what's really important is make sure that you're not rounding through the lower part. So you want to make sure your tailbone is down on the floor. that your back is nice and grounded, that the shoulders are not rounding up too much, so allow them to draw down towards the mat, and as they draw down, you're pulling your feet down towards the mat as well. So once again, we're working into those hips, we're working into the legs. Make sure that the neck is nice and relaxed, and if you want, you can give yourself a little massage, just like baby did, rocking from side to side on your back. So really nice and gentle. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, drawing those heels down. So relax that neck. Relax the shoulders. Notice if there's tension in the jaw. We are going to transition into bridge pose. So I'm just going to explain the bridge pose. If you've got a block and you want to place that between your knees or a book, you can. If you're feeling strong, you can place baby on your hips. Once again, also dependent on what sort of mood baby's in. So gently bring the soles of the feet together and place them on the mat. You want your feet to be hip distance apart. So where the knobbly bits of your pelvis are, you want them to be in line with your knees. And then options, as I said, you can place that block in between the knees. If your baby likes tummy time, you could always place your baby in between your knees. Obviously, don't squeeze them like you would the block. Or you can place your baby to sit on your hips facing you if you've got that strength to lift them up. I'm going to have a go, even though I should probably leave him because he's actually being quite happy on the mat. Whee! Here we go. You love this with Daddy. Here we go. So ground down through your heels and then lift up through the hips. Make sure that you have engaged, so close the back passage, close the front passage, and start to bring those hips towards your ribs as you lift. Exhale, you can take it down. As you inhale, stay here. Exhale, lift back up again. Whee! Really squeeze the glutes. Exhale, take it down. If you want to challenge yourself, you can come not all the way down, but halfway. So exhale on the lift. Inhale to bring it back down. So take a breath. Roll back down. Inhale. Exhale, roll back up. Remember, close the back passage, close the front passage. Think of magnetizing the legs together, glutes are on. If you want that little bit of a challenge, as you come down, you just come down halfway and then come all the way back up again. Yeah. Let's really push this, ladies. Let's go for it. So we're going to go for 10 more. Use that breath. Yeah, 10. Yeah. 9. 8. If you speak another language, you can always teach them their numbers in a different language. 7. 6. We've got this. 5. 4 more. 4. 3. Oh, keep going, ladies. 2. Last one. Feel the burn. Nice work. And then slowly lower all the way down. Now, if your baby is sitting on your hips, you can literally window wipe your legs from side to side. If you've left baby on the mat, you might prefer to bring the knees into the body and then give yourself, making like a tiny little ball, and just give yourself a little rock, either from side to side or up and down like a rocking chair. Yogi's choice. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to stay on our backs because it's really nice for the alignment. And I want you to just focus for a moment on that front and back passage. So as you inhale, on the exhale, close the back passage, close the front passage. Start to bring the hip bones towards the rib cage. So this is really starting to help just to bring the stomach muscles back together. And then gently take that right heel out in front. So you're taking that leg straight and then gently bring it back in. So it's the transverse abdominal abs that are doing this movement. Make sure that the back is completely flat with the mat, that it's not arching up, and that the movement isn't coming from the upper body. You want it to come from the core. So take a nice breath in. Exhale, close the back passage, close the front passage, start to draw the hips towards the ribs, and then gently start to bring that right heel, that left heel, sorry, slip it out, so the leg comes straight, and then gently bring it back in again. So it should be nice and gentle, you should not be dragging it down. Let's do, again on the other side, inhale, exhale, close the back, close the front, draw the hips towards the ribs. Gently take that right heel out so the leg goes straight, bring it back in again. If you do want that extra workout, you can always take your baby up into the air, Simba style. Left side, inhale, exhale, close the back passage, close the front passage, gently take that left foot out in front, make sure that that right heel's not grounding down too much to take all that weight. This is really nice to do if you're lying on the back at some point, you find yourself there. Relax the shoulders, so you can do as many of these, I do about 20 of these a day just to work on the pelvic floor and also the stomach muscles. So we're going to come into a reclined butterfly now. So once again, if baby's still sitting on your lap, they can stay here. Yes, they can. Soles of the feet together. So this is butterfly but reclined. Soles of the feet together, the knees out to the side. And this is really nice because not only are you getting that beautiful stretch along the back, that beautiful stretch along the neck, you might get stuck down here if you've particularly got like really tight shoulders, but you're allowing the hips to open up. And use that breath. Notice if there's tension in the jaw. Notice if there's tension in the thighs, the bum, hips. And if you're not holding your baby, so if your baby is not lying on your chest, so for example, this is a great way to do a bit of tummy time if they like it. You could lie them along your stomach and they can be looking up at you. Or if they're sitting, they can be having a little play. And if you don't have them in your arms, then you can always take your arms up above your head and get that really nice upper body stretch as well. So just in your reclined pigeon, your reclined butterfly, breathing in, breathing out, relaxing through the body. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice that tension. Now the options, you can either stay in your reclined butterfly for your Savasana if this is working for you, if your baby might even have fallen asleep on your chest in this position, which is really nice. You can always take a traditional Savasana, lying on your back with your legs out, feet hip distance apart, and arms alongside the body. Or you can always take a Savasana lying on your side with your baby lying alongside you. Options open to you. So breathing in, let's just start to close our practice, do a little mini meditation. And if you want, you can always do Nadi Shodana, the alternate nostril breathing to finish. So just make sure that you are really looking at your baby right now, looking into their eyes if they're awake, or if they're asleep, just gazing on them. Breathing in, breathing out. We're just going to do a meditation going through the body parts, starting with our head, noticing if we're holding any tension. Maybe we feel the tension in our shoulders or our neck. Maybe we're feeling that tension in our jaw. Maybe we're feeling the tension in our third eye, the space between our eyebrows. Maybe we're feeling that tension in our hips. So taking your gaze towards your baby. Taking your gaze to your baby, breathing in the smell. Taking a moment for gratitude, to say thank you for the wonderful miracle that's lying in front of you. Even when they give you those restless nights, those sleepless nights, using that alternate nostril breathing. Even when they're in pain with their teeth, just taking that moment to take some nice deep breaths. Allow the feet to be super heavy. Allow them to just flop out to the side. Breathing in, breathing out. Close the eyes down if you can. If you've got the playlist going, then you can listen to the music, or if your baby's just babbling away, listen to them. Relaxing through the shoulders, relaxing through the jaw. Give the jaw a little wiggle from side to side if it's particularly tight. Take a nice deep breath into the belly. Exhale, release. Deep breath into the belly. Exhale, release. Do 3 more, and as we exhale, I want you to do a nice deep and loud HA sound out. Breathing in. Inhale. Inhale. You can stay on the floor in your Savasana, but wherever you are, if you want, you can come to a seated position. You can bring the hands to the heart center. We will say Namaste together. And we'll start by just taking the thumbs to the third eye, the space between the eyebrows. We will bring the thumbs to the lips, showing thanks and remembering to speak nice words. Finally, bring the hands to the heart center. Taking a moment here to think of the love you have for your baby and the love that your baby has for you. And remembering to be kind to others as you would like them to be kind to you. Bowing the head. Jai Namaste. So just stay wherever you are, in your nice, calm, relaxing positions. I will finish the class for you. I'll switch it off so you can just stay. If you're breastfeeding, if you're lying on the back and baby's fallen asleep, we're just having a nice bonding session lying next to them. Wishing you all lots of love, lots of kindness, and just looking at how beautifully relaxed everybody is. Even Theo's now calmed down. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care of yourselves and each other. And a little clap for everybody who looks absolutely gorgeous right now. Sending love to you all. See you next week.